Jimmie Johnson is the Indy 500 Rookie of the Year. He crashed out of the race. David Malukas finished 16th. It seems like this is the second year now after 2017 when Ed Jones and Jones had a phenomenal 500. He finished third. They gave the Rookie of the Year award to Fernando Alonso. Josh, we'll go to you first here. What's your reaction to Jimmie winning the award? We know he showed a lot of speed in practice and qualifying and adapted himself very well, but was really the only Ganassi car that wasn't really a factor in the race. And then Malukas, who qualified only one spot behind him, kind of led from there.
Johnson did lead a lap of the 500. If that's gone to any reason forward as well. But I swear we saw David Malukas leading at least 2 or 3 laps during the same time when they were all coming into the pit lane. So if that's the reasoning of how high you got up during the race, then I can't understand why they're giving it to Jimmie Johnson. Is it a popularity thing? Maybe, but I would accept that Jimmie Johnson has certainly shone here at the 500, but he's not a rookie. He may be a rookie in IndyCar oval racing, but this is a 7-time NASCAR champion who's won all but one of his races on ovals. He is an oval expert. So, no, he's not the rookie. And I think we should say the real rookie, as you say, is David Malukas, who, in my opinion, performed brilliantly and was a highlight of the race as well, with some daring moves he performed. And let's not forget as well, he crashed. One of the only 3 drivers to crash as well in the build-up to the 500 before we had more crashes. But he hit the wall in Carb Day and got back in the car, was all thumbs up as well, and still performed a great race.
Yeah, Johnson, like you said, Josh, he's 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, not a stranger to ovals, although it is open wheel, but when it comes down to it, you need to give the Indianapolis 500 Rookie of the Year to preferably the rookie that finished highest on the board, and that was David Malukas. And you could say he got robbed from a Rookie of the Year, and I hate to make comparisons to stick and ball sports, but it kind of feels like Peyton Manning and the Colts winning the Super Bowl. But like if it was like if the rest of the team another person on the team did a lot of the work, but they gave the MVP to Peyton Manning. It's kind of like you were saying, we kind of don't want it to be a popularity contest, but somewhere in the ladder of who, in the realm of who decides who gets that MVP or Rookie of the Year, it probably came down to what would the fans appreciate more.
Well, I just saw some tweets from Tony DeZino, who used to work at NBC Sports and actually got a vote this year. He voted for Malukas and Rookie of the Year. But he was saying, he's written some feature pieces here in the last decade. This is the 3rd time now that we've had a driver from an outside series, Kurt Busch, Fernando Alonso, and Jimmie Johnson, win Rookie of the Year. Now, I don't think there's very many people arguing that Kurt didn't deserve it in 2014. He had a tremendous month. He finished 6th. All the Andretti cars showed a lot of speed that year. But Sage Karam started 31st that year, drove all the way up to 9th place for a much smaller team. So the argument was maybe that they could have made an exception for them and recognized them as co-rookies of the year. But it was unfortunate that Sage kind of had that happen in the same year that Kurt Busch came in and obviously already had the name recognition and notability. I think he was even being presented with his award, and they were saying it's kind of weird to call you a rookie here. But in Indy 500 terms, obviously he was. And then 3 years later, Fernando Alonso comes in. And again, Alonso had a very impressive month, qualified very well, but he lost an engine at the end of the race. Ed Jones scores a podium finish in the 500, and he's not recognized as Rookie of the Year because everybody flocked to Alonso. And now here we are 5 years later. And I don't want to take anything away from Jimmie Johnson. I think he adapted very well to somebody who it was only his 2nd ever oval race in an IndyCar. But when you look at the race results, I don't know how you can deny David Malukas Rookie of the Year at the Indy 500 when you compare especially how their races went. And I get that maybe they take everything into consideration the entire month and practices and qualifying and all that. But I feel like the race should be the one that's weighted the most. And it was pretty clear. I think Malukas had the edge over Johnson in the race.
And if I'm not mistaken, Johnson is the one that brought out the red flag at the end of the race. So, did not actually get to finish.
I'm pretty sure Marcus Ericsson wouldn't be giving his teammate Rookie of the Year for all the pressure he put him under at the end of that one. Pato O'Ward may be giving him an extra beer tonight or yesterday. But, Johnson was a bit of a... We knew it was coming, didn't we? I'm actually surprised Romain Grosjean wasn't in consideration first time on an oval. Yes, he crashed, but he threw himself into it just as much as Johnson did.
Yeah, well, I think I don't know. Maybe here in America, at least Johnson has more name recognition than I think Grosjean maybe so worldwide with Formula One. Although Jimmie obviously is a 7-time champion, I'm sure there are people all over the world that know his name because of how spectacular he's been. But I don't know. I still feel like it should nine times out of 10 it should go to the highest finishing driver in the race, and that this year that was Malukas. I think Malukas had a pretty strong case for it. Joe Samaniego saying, I would like to see some criteria so we know how the Rookie of the Year is awarded. I think Jenna Fryer actually tweeted out what's officially in the books there, but it's still relatively vague. It's basically saying that they take into account the practices, qualifying, sportsmanship, media relations, and all sorts of stuff, when really I think it should be heavily weighted towards the race.
Kind of like an Oscar nomination, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, it's this way unless we want it to be this way. Then it's. But
I was going to say, during the red flag delays that we had, and there were a number of them over practice. Believe me, I was commentating on them all. Roman Grosjean came and spoke to the media more times than Jimmie Johnson. I think Jimmie only came once. Roman was there 3 or 4, maybe even 5 times. So I think Roman was definitely going for it there as well.
Very low tech here. I'm just going to hold my phone up and
there you go.
Everybody. But this is Jenna Fryer's tweet. The top rookie criteria includes on-track performance in practice, qualifying, and the race, media and fan interaction, sportsmanship, and positive influence on the Indy 500. So that's officially what's in the books.
Clear as mud.
Okay, well, as we said earlier, Ben, if it's in the rules, it's in the ruls. But
then you have this. Your day in life has the same question I do. How do you judge sportsmanship? We can't really award points for that, so it's a subjective. I mean, it's like to use an NBA comparison here. I'm just south of Philadelphia. We're all upset that Joel Embiid didn't get voted MVP, but when you leave it up to a vote, subjective vote in the media, you leave yourself open. I don't know. How do you judge if that's the criteria? Like you say, we can joke about points for handshakes all we want, but it's a subjective thing there.
Here we go with hands across America then again, so in order to get the 500 Rookie of the Year. I suppose that's something that's going to be interesting, isn't it? What's that from Amber says? 20 points
for crashing out, I guess.
In that case, Grosjean wins as well.
Yeah, because he crashed out earlier.
He did,
he gets more.
He was like right at halfway, I think he was, Roman.
And he damaged his wrist as well. He's got a little thing on it this morning. So, in my opinion, they should be going to Grosjean. Oh, what a silly system anyway! Rookie of the Year. That should be awarded on. I tell you what, it should be awarded on aggregate finishing position across practice, qualifying, and the race. That's fair.
Pretty standard there,
Yeah, but it just keeps it simple.
Yeah, or maybe weight it like 25% the average in your practice sessions, 25% your qualifying starting position, and then 50% the race, so that you still prioritize the race result, but you still get an aggregate across all three. And it wouldn't leave it open to interpretation. You would have a hard-defined rule in regards to who the winner would be.
I've just had a brilliant idea. If it's still on media, does that mean could we count as media if we go next year? We are the grid. If we all get there, get some interviews with the rookies, that's a certainty.
Yeah, I wonder if David Land got a vote. Actually, that might be worth.
He was official cred this year.
Yeah,
so.
he was. He was doing some great work too. Got a lot of great interviews, and that's what Tony was saying as well. He hasn't covered IndyCar full time in several years now, and he's still getting a vote. So he even openly said, I think he's qualified to have a vote here, but he was being very humble and said, I don't know if that's something that I should have at this point in my career. But, it is interesting, who gets a vote, who wouldn't get a vote.